Hello there, this is Bob O'Brien. Thanks for watching our video. I guess we're supposed to ask you to hit the subscribe button, and then if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Do it if you need to. All right, thanks.
How did we become pros?
Well, in Bob's case, he's a World Series champion with the Miami Hurricanes, and then, you know, he's just all around everything. I love this guy, for real, though. He's been playing ball. He's the most fundamentally sound person I know in the game of slow pitch softball. And believe it or not, and Paul will tell you, we were at dinner last night. Paul never ever played baseball, so he was a naturally gifted athlete. So there are so many folks in the game of slow pitch softball at the higher level that are just athletes. But when you start talking about the fundamentals of the game, remember we said we build a house on a strong foundation? People like Bob, I didn't play baseball at his level, but I played baseball. And even when I went in active duty Army, I played competitive softball. And then in the police department, I played on the police World Series circuit. So I believe in the fundamentals we're talking about, right? Because I believe that what we're talking about, unless you're just naturally gifted, what we're talking about will build you a foundation that you will have a strong house. And you will take bits and pieces of what we're saying, and that's what will elevate your game. Because when you play against the best competition, that's where sponsors and people and good teams see what you're doing. A lot of times we will sit together out here and we'll watch campers, whether it's the regular spring training camp or the senior camp, and we talk about, man, you see the foundational things that person is doing, they're fundamentally sound. I wonder if they did this, that, and the other. And then you find out maybe they play some tournament ball, but they've never been able to play on a bigger stage. So folks like Bob, I mean, he's just been a stud from his college days all the way up. And it's folks like me that I find opportunities to play against teams like his so that someone can see me and see that I know the fundamentals and that I can also be repetitious. And I'll take what Paul said earlier about McDonald's. I'll do you one better. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. No matter what Chick-fil-A you go to, it's always the same. McDonald's, I don't know. Chick-fil-A, you know, we all know the foundation. And I say that in all honesty. My capstone project, when I was graduating from the FBI National Academy, they gave us leadership traits to write on. And so the business they gave me was Chick-fil-A. So I found one of the Chick-fil-A owners outside of Quantico, sat down and talked to him, and he gave me the full breakdown. They are the most regimented, fundamentally sound business that I've ever heard of. But it's not just the food, it's the model. And that's how you get to the higher level. By being fundamentally sound, playing the game the right way. It's not how far you hit the ball. It's being a good teammate. It's playing the game the right way, and in every aspect. And trust me, those things won't carry. But Bob, I'm sure you may.
Yeah, it's you know, when you're doing things right, people notice, and then if they're in a position to help you represent their brand, you know, you see it with actors and you know, people doing commercials. They're now asking that person to represent their brand. If that person goes and does some bad stuff, they're going to get rid of you real quick. All right. So I became a pro. I got lucky when I turned 50. I just hooked up with the right people, and then played a year. And then somebody who was in that position, who worked for the Miken organization, said, "We like what you do. We'd love to supply you with equipment." All right. What am I going to say? Sure, I'd love that. So we sign a little contract and we get free equipment. So if I happen to win an MVP at a tournament, all right, and I'm swinging a worth Miken bat, and I'm representing myself well and my team well, somebody might come up and say, "Hey, you know, great game, congratulations. Tell me about that bat you're swinging." Yeah. And so that's just how it works. So they give us equipment so we can swing it, and then hopefully we go out and represent ourselves well. I mean, this guy has got a reputation that it's as good as any. So there's a reason why he's representing our brand. He's a class act, all right, as well as a good softball player. So we have to continue to do things off the field well. I happen to be a teacher, a coach, all right. I love doing these things. And while I'm doing this thing, I try to have a shirt with the brand on it. I mean, I got one underneath that I'm ready to go to as
What
well.
about your underwear?
So we try to represent the brand, just like you represent your name, our family. So when we're out, we're trying to represent the name on our back as well as the name on our front. So that's all that is. And you know, if you're fortunate enough for them to give you some bats to sell and you can keep the money, or you sign a contract and they pay you a little bit of money to help represent it, then that's great. All right, but that's all that is. The pro thing, we're not making $2.5 million a year and bitching about that like some of these professional baseball players. But just continue. That's all that is. And then whenever we get the opportunity, we like to come out and represent the brand. And we hope that what you're seeing makes you want to go and maybe buy a word. We tease you about it, but Paul's representing DeMarini, got his name on a bat, and all that good. That's good stuff. And we want you to say, man, I like those guys. Maybe I'll try when I have a decision to make on a bat. Maybe you'll go to a Worth because it's got Mario's name on it, and it's a pretty damn good bat. And I've ordered me a Mario Foster bat to put one in my bag. So that's all that is, all right? But then we do try to, whatever expertise we have, we try to share it with others, and then we put it on Facebook,
Let me stop
social
you right
media.
there. I got to get something in here
Okay.
for my video and for these guys.
Okay.
I do a lot of this, and I know a lot about softball. There's a lot of guys that play softball and softball players that can't explain it. These two gentlemen, and I know Bob for a long time, and talk to him all the time. Mario I just met, but what they say is spot on and well said. You're getting your money's worth listening to two guys. They explain it real well, and that's my input for this video.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right.